Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be taking a look at an interesting quote regarding our guy Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat, former FSU defensive lineman, then went on to join the Philadelphia Eagles. He is only 27 years old, will be 28 years old this upcoming season. He had an interesting quote after the Super Bowl. He said, "Money's important, sure, but I want to be in the right situation," when asked of Jeff McLean of the Philadelphia Inquirer. "I don't know what it looks like for me now, but I'm happy." This was in reference to Sweat being a free agent into this upcoming offseason and what are priorities and whatnot. So money is important for sure, right? But he does want to be in the right situation. That may lend to the idea of Sweat wanting to join a competitor. Now, there is a very decent chance he could go back to the Philadelphia Eagles. Bryce Huff wasn't necessarily the best fit in the world for that defense. Sweat may very well be brought back, but if he does hit the open market, if the Eagles aren't able to match some types of offers, could he be a fit for the Bucs? Are the Bucs a right fit for him? And I think, without bias, I think an answer would be yes. Okay? I do believe that, because if Josh Sweat were to come to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you'd be looking at a situation where this guy is your number one pass rusher, right? He would be. You take a look at his overall stats this past year. I mean, 8 sacks, 27 solo tackles. He was able to, 27 stops this past year, 37 quarterback hurries, 9 quarterback hits, 54 total pressures. I mean, this guy was doing a lot, right? He had an overall grade of 75.7 this past year. That was 28th out of 211 eligible edge defenders. A 71.5 pass rush grade. That was 38th out of 211 eligible edge defenders, and a 69.3 run defense grade, which was 48th out of 211 eligible edge defenders. I know some people may say, like, well, James, that doesn't sound that impressive. It's pretty darn impressive. All of that is good, well above average metrics, right, for Pro Football Focus's overall rankings, right? You've also got to consider, like, every team's probably going to have, like, 2-3 edge rushers, so, like, that's pretty darn impressive. Sweat can be a number one edge rusher in this league. Okay, in my opinion, I really do believe that. And when you look at the Bucs, yes, you can make the argument that the fit is there not just because of what Sweat could mean to the Bucs, but also what the Bucs could possibly mean to Sweat. Now, Sweat, is coming off of literally a Super Bowl win, right? But Tampa Bay has also made the playoffs the past 4 seasons. They've won the division now 4 years in a row, or past 5 seasons, I should say. Won the division the past 4 years in a row. Apologies. Sweat would still be joining, at least in recent statistical on paper history, a competitor, right? I think that the Buccaneers would be willing to give him a big payday, and yes, the money would be important. And that may be the biggest factor, right, to Sweat leaving the Eagles, that if the Eagles can't afford Sweat services, they may focus on other positions and whatnot. If Sweat does hit the open market and it does come into a blend of money and opportunity to be a top guy for a team and be on a team that can show that, like, hey, they can still compete, they can still win a division, and at least get into the dance of the playoffs. The Bucs check a lot of those boxes, right? They do. They do circle a lot of those needs that may be there for a guy who may look for a big payday away from winning a Super Bowl, proving that this dude just was a beast in the Super Bowl. 2.5 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, and 3 quarterback hits. Like, you still may be, if the money is there, I do believe the opportunity is there as well, right? And maybe the Buccaneers will be that perfect blend for Josh Sweat. We'll see if he does leave Philadelphia. I think it is going to be tougher for him to leave now, especially after they just won the Super Bowl. But you do take a look at that quote saying, "I want to be in the right situation. I don't know what it looks like for me now, but I'm happy." That does leave the door open to say, hey, Sweat might go out there and see what that market is going to look like. And I do believe the Buccaneers would be interested in that market and could very well be a desirable location for a player like Sweat as well to be a number one guy in this pass rush. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this down in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. As always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.